Hey, God bless you. It's such a joy for me to be with all of you today. Thank you so much for dropping by. I just want to declare God has great things in store for you as well. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Are you a water walker? Do you have the courage to step out of your boat? Do you have the strength, or do you have the faith to yes, say yes to God and walk out to where God wants you to go? Into the unknown, into the waters where your trust is without borders. Now, can I tell you something here? When you think about Peter walking on water, I'm just going to go with the flow, right? When you think about Peter walking on water, we preach so many sermons about Peter. We talk about how he started out well, but then he lost focus. He started looking at the waves, and he was so imperfect in walking on water. And we say, you should not be like Peter. You should be somebody who fixes their eyes on Jesus and rather than on Peter. We preach so many sermons about this, right? But can I ask you a question? Peter's gospel is not recorded in the four gospels, right? We have the gospel of Matthew, Luke, Mark, and John. And of course, we won't have Luke as one of the apostles on the boat. But when you think about the apostles who were on the boat, these people wrote about how imperfect Peter's walking on water was when they wrote their account. And we just take that and say, see, Peter was not good in walking on water. Don't be like Peter. But we don't talk about the apostles who were actually sitting on the boat in their comfort zones, just observing and looking at Peter walking on water when they themselves did not have the courage. They themselves did not step out of the boat. They themselves were just sitting in the comfort zones of their boat and talking about how imperfect Peter's walk on water was. Right? Think about it for a minute. When you look at it in that perspective, you realize, like, oh my goodness, we thought there was something wrong with Peter. That's the way all the sermons were always directed. But think about the apostles. We totally forgot about them. It's so easy for somebody to just sit in the comfort zones. It's easy for somebody to not do anything and comment about the people who are actually doing something. No, first of all, let me ask you this question. Are you a Peter, or are you just one of those apostles sitting on a boat and looking at other Peters who are actually making an impact, who are actually trying to do something, but you are just trying to criticize their move, talking about them? See, I've seen this so many times in my own ministry. With people who love to wait and criticize, try to find some fault, some mistake, or try to criticize and make a big hassle out of sometimes nothing. Sometimes you see those people, they're waiting to put a dislike button, or dislike on the on my YouTube video, or do some kind of a negative thing or the other. But you know what? Those people who actually have all the time to go and criticize, who go and try to hate on all the things that I do, I would sometimes wish, if they could spend the same energy, the same time to do something constructive with their own life and do something for the enhancement of God's kingdom with their own strength, their own gifts, and their own burden and their own passion. It would be so much better, right? But that's how people are. They won't do anything, but they would love to criticize other people who are doing something. So today I want to ask you this question. Are you a Peter, or are you just one of those apostles sitting on a boat criticizing a Peter? Are you just sitting in the sidelines commenting about somebody else when you are doing nothing for the enhancement of God's kingdom? I hope you were blessed, encouraged, and taught something through this message. I encourage you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. At the same time, I encourage you to check out my daily podcast episodes. They're going out really well by the grace of God, trending across India as well as in Africa and so many other nations. I'm so grateful to God to see the impact of the podcast all around the world. And at the same time, I want you to check those contents out and share them around so that it will reach more people for the extension of God's kingdom. And One more thing, if you're led to support us financially, the link to my PayPal is mentioned in the description. If you'd like to share financially, you can do that. And one more thing before I leave, you can connect with me to the various social media platforms like Instagram, and you can also connect with me through my website www.johngiftah.com, which is a one-stop hub where you can get all the details that you need, and you can contact me if you want me to minister somewhere or anything for that matter. So it'll be a great blessing as well. So thank you so much once again for dropping till the end. Do check out other content on the channel. May God bless you, and see you next time.